Ladies and gentlemen, listen closely. If you find yourself awake between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't dismiss it. Don't roll over and tell yourself it's nothing. Because let me tell you, it is something. That's not just any hour, it's a calling. It's a moment when the world is quiet and the noise of the day hasn't rushed in to steal your attention. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., it's not just an interruption in your sleep. It's a moment that's meant to be embraced. And the first thing you need to do in that moment is reflect. Reflection isn't just sitting there in silence. It's about stepping into the stillness with intention. That hour is special. It's quiet, unspoiled by the noise of the world, and ripe with clarity. It's the time when your mind, your heart, and your spirit are most open. If you're awake, it's for a reason. You're being given a rare opportunity to listen, to feel, and to understand what's happening within you and around you. When you reflect, you're pausing to take inventory of your life. Ask yourself, what brought me to this moment? What is it that I've been running from, avoiding, or perhaps ignoring? The answers won't come if you rush past the stillness. Reflection is about leaning into that silence, letting it speak to you. You might be carrying something heavy on your heart, something you pushed aside because the busyness of the day didn't leave room for it. In this hour, there are no distractions. It's just you and your thoughts. But reflection isn't just about addressing your worries. It's also about reconnecting with your purpose. Life gets so noisy, doesn't it? The demands of work, family, and the constant pull of social media can drown out what truly matters. Waking up in the quiet of the early morning is like being handed a clean slate. In that moment, ask yourself, am I living the life I want to live? Am I chasing what truly matters to me, or am I just moving through the motions? These are tough questions, but they're necessary. Growth begins when you're willing to confront the truth about where you are. Reflection is also a time to get real about your priorities. Maybe you've been so caught up in chasing goals that you've lost sight of why you started in the first place. Or maybe you've been so focused on pleasing others that you've forgotten about your own dreams. Use this time to realign yourself. What's truly important? What deserves your energy? What are you holding on to that's weighing you down? Sometimes it's the things we cling to, the grudges, the fears, the doubts that keep us stuck. In this moment of quiet, you can begin to let those things go. Now, reflection doesn't mean you'll have all the answers right away. Sometimes it's just about being present with yourself, feeling the emotions you've been too busy to acknowledge. It might be uncomfortable at first, maybe even painful, but it's necessary. Those feelings, those thoughts, they're trying to tell you something. Don't shut them out. Welcome them, sit with them, and let them guide you, because within that discomfort lies the clarity you've been seeking. As you sit there in reflection, pay attention to what rises to the surface. Is there a dream you've been putting off because it feels too big or too scary? Is there a relationship you need to mend or perhaps walk away from? Is there a version of yourself you've been neglecting, the one that feels strong, capable, and worthy? Let these thoughts come to you and don't judge them. Reflection isn't about fixing everything in that moment. It's about becoming aware of what needs your attention. Sometimes the simple act of being still is enough to shift your perspective. In our fast-paced world, stillness can feel like a luxury we can't afford. But the truth is, it's a necessity. Without it, we lose sight of ourselves. Waking up at this hour is like being handed a mirror, one that shows you who you are and who you're becoming. It's a chance to look at that reflection and decide if you like what you see or if it's time to make a change. As you reflect, remember that this moment isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. It's about getting to know yourself on a deeper level. What are your fears? What are your hopes? What do you need to let go of, and what do you need to hold on to more tightly? These questions might not have easy answers, but asking them is a step in the right direction. And don't forget to breathe. Take slow, deep breaths and let yourself feel grounded in the present. This is your time, time to reconnect with your soul, to quiet the chaos, and to find the answers that have been waiting for you in the silence. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., one of the most powerful things you can do is start with gratitude. Gratitude is more than a polite thank you or a fleeting thought. It's a deep, intentional acknowledgement of the good in your life, no matter how big or small. In that quiet, sacred moment, when the rest of the world is still asleep, expressing gratitude has the power to shift your entire perspective and set the tone for your day. Begin with a simple acknowledgement, thankfulness for the breath in your lungs. So often we overlook the miracle of just being alive. Every breath is a gift, every heartbeat a reminder that we've been given another moment to experience this life. Take a second to truly feel that. There are so many people who didn't get the chance to wake up today, who didn't get another opportunity to try, to grow, or to love. But you did. That's not something to take for granted. As you sit in the stillness of those early hours, think about all the little things in your life that bring you joy. Maybe it's the roof over your head, the comfort of your bed, or even the warm blanket wrapped around you. Perhaps it's the people who have supported you, loved you, and stood by you when times were hard. Reflect on the meals you've eaten, the water you drink, the light of the sun, or the coolness of the rain. These simple, everyday blessings are easy to overlook, but they are the building blocks of our lives. Gratitude also has a way of softening your heart toward the challenges you face. It's easy to be grateful when life is going well, but true gratitude shines in the moments of struggle. Even when things feel overwhelming, there's something to be thankful for. Maybe it's the lesson hidden in the hardship, the strength you've gained from pushing through, or the realization that you're capable of handling more than you ever thought possible. Challenges refine us, shape us, and prepare us for the next chapter of our lives. When you can see even the struggles as opportunities for growth, you unlock a whole new level of gratitude. Take time to think about the people who've had an impact on your life. Maybe it's a family member, a friend, or even a stranger who offered you kindness when you needed it most. Gratitude reminds us of the connections we share, the ways others have helped us, and the importance of paying that kindness forward. When you wake up at that early hour, let their faces come to mind. Whisper a silent thank you for their presence in your life. And if the opportunity arises, tell them how much they mean to you. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's an action. It's about recognizing what you've been given and deciding to make the most of it. It's about seeing the abundance in your life, even when it feels like there's so much lacking. When you focus on what you do have, you start to realize just how blessed you truly are. This mindset doesn't mean ignoring your problems or pretending life is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the good, despite the challenges. Okay, in that quiet hour, gratitude can also be a prayer. It doesn't have to be elaborate or formal. A simple, heartfelt thank you is enough. Thank God, the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in for the blessings in your life. Thank Him for guiding you, for providing for you, and for giving you the strength to face whatever comes next. Gratitude in prayer is powerful because it reminds you that you're not walking this path alone. Gratitude has a way of changing how you see the world. When you practice it consistently, you start to notice the beauty in everyday moments. The way the sunlight filters through your window, the sound of laughter, or the peace of a quiet morning. You start to realize that even on your hardest days, there's something to be grateful for. This perspective doesn't just bring joy, it brings peace. Secondly, as you express gratitude, let it fill your heart. Let it remind you of the goodness in your life and the potential for even greater blessings to come. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating the past or the present, it's also about trusting in the future. It's believing that no matter what comes your way, there will always be something to be thankful for. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the peace and quiet of the world offers you a unique opportunity to center yourself. Whether you choose to pray or meditate, this is a powerful moment for you to connect with your inner self and with something greater than you. These practices don't just bring a sense of calm, they ground you, recharge your spirit, and help you focus on what truly matters in your life. Praying in the early hours can be a deeply personal experience. It doesn't need to be formal or structured. It's simply a moment to speak from the heart, to communicate with God, the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in. Prayer at this time can be especially powerful because it's done in the stillness of the world, before the noise of the day begins to take hold. In the quiet, you have a chance to pour out your thoughts, your struggles, and your hopes without any distractions. Discerning noise and stress really is a human emotion. Start by acknowledging that you are not alone in this world. You are part of a greater plan, and prayer allows you to align yourself with that plan. Whether you ask for guidance, strength, or wisdom, or simply offer gratitude, prayer becomes an act of surrender. It's about recognizing that you don't have to carry the weight of everything by yourself. Trust that there is a purpose to your life. And even when you don't have all the answers, there is comfort in knowing that your prayers are heard. This moment is a time to release your worries. It's easy to carry the weight of your anxieties through the day, letting them pile up on your shoulders. But when you pray, you are given permission to let go of that burden. You can trust that whatever you're going through is temporary and that you have the strength to get through it. Let your prayer be a reminder that you are resilient, that you are not defined by your struggles, but by your ability to overcome them. Meditation, on the other hand, offers a different yet equally powerful way to center yourself. It's about finding stillness, quieting your mind, and connecting with the present moment. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind, but rather observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you wake up early, you have a unique opportunity to practice mindfulness before the world's distractions begin. The early morning hours allow you to engage in deep reflection. As you sit in silence, focus on your breathing. Let your breath be your anchor, a gentle reminder that you are alive, present, and capable of being at peace. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, let go of the tension you've been carrying. Feel the weight lift from your shoulders, from your chest. In this space, you can be present without needing to rush or make decisions. You can simply be. Through meditation, you can learn to quiet the noise in your head. You often get lost in the thoughts of the day ahead, the worries of what's to come, or the regrets of the past. Meditation allows you to step outside of that whirlwind, to observe your thoughts without getting attached to them. You don't need to react to every thought that comes your way. Instead, let them pass like clouds in the sky, knowing that you are not your thoughts. Both prayer and meditation encourage self-awareness. They allow you to check in with your emotional state, to evaluate how you're feeling, what you're struggling with, and what you're grateful for. In these quiet moments, you can gain a deeper understanding of your heart and mind. This awareness helps you stay grounded throughout the day, no matter what challenges you face. Whether you pray or meditate, or even combine both practices, this early morning ritual has the power to shape your mindset for the rest of the day. You can set the tone for how you will approach challenges, relationships, and opportunities. By centering yourself in prayer or meditation, you become more intentional about the energy you bring into the world. You create space for peace, love, and joy to flow into your life. In this sacred time, you are given the chance to reset. Whatever happened yesterday is behind you. The only moment that matters is this one. Through prayer or meditation, you acknowledge that you are capable, that you are enough, and that you have the strength to navigate whatever lies ahead. The quiet hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are an invitation to connect, to heal, and to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and peace. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the first thing you should do is write it down. In these still, quiet moments, your mind is clear and your thoughts are fresh. Writing becomes a powerful tool to capture the essence of your inner world before the distractions of the day pull you in every direction. This is your chance to put your thoughts, feelings, and intentions onto paper, creating a clear and intentional path for your day, your future, and your life. But the act of writing can be deeply therapeutic. It's a way to release the thoughts and emotions that have been swirling in your mind. Often we carry worries, anxieties, and unresolved feelings with us from day to day, and these thoughts can weigh us down. But when you write them out, you give them a form, a structure that allows you to see them clearly. Putting your thoughts on paper doesn't just free up mental space, it also allows you to process and make sense of what you're feeling. You might not have all the answers, but the simple act of writing helps you work through your challenges. Writing also serves as a mirror. It reflects back to you what's really going on inside. Sometimes we go through life with a vague sense of what we're dealing with, but when we sit down and write, the truth starts to emerge. The words we put on paper reveal what we've been holding on to, the patterns we've been repeating, and the things we've been avoiding. This reflection can be enlightening because it forces us to face the truth head on. The more we write, the clearer our understanding becomes, and the clearer our path forward is. But writing is not just about unloading heavy emotions. It's also an opportunity to express gratitude and intention. When you wake up in the early hours, your mind is open, free from the rush of daily life. It's the perfect time to set intentions for the day ahead. Write down what you want to accomplish, who you want to be, and how you want to show up in the world. This act of setting intentions is powerful because it turns abstract ideas into concrete plans. You take control of your life and direct your focus toward what matters most. Writing your intentions also reinforces your commitment to your goals. By putting them on paper, you create a visual reminder of what you're working toward. When you have a tangible goal in front of you, it becomes harder to forget or ignore it. You are more likely to take intentional action and move forward with purpose. Whether your intentions are big or small, they are the seeds that grow into the life you're creating. Writing them down plants them firmly in your mind and heart, so you can nurture them with every step you take. Another powerful benefit of writing is its ability to ignite creativity. When you wake up in the early morning, your mind is often uncluttered by the demands of the day. Ideas flow more freely and your creativity can flourish. If there's something you've been stuck on or a decision you've been struggling to make, writing can help you break through the mental block. Journaling allows you to explore new ideas, brainstorm solutions, and open up to possibilities you might not have considered before. The act of writing can unlock the door to inspiration, revealing new perspectives and ideas that were hidden beneath the surface. Writing is also a way to document your journey. Life moves fast, and it's easy to forget how far you've come. But when you write, you create a record of your thoughts, experiences, and growth. Over time, you can look back at what you've written and see how much you've learned, how many obstacles you've overcome, and how your mindset has shifted. This written record is a reminder of your resilience, your strength, and your capacity for change. It's a testament to who you are and the progress you've made, even when you didn't realize it. When you write down your thoughts in the quiet of the early morning, you also create a space for clarity and focus. Writing slows down the mind, making it easier to discern what's truly important and what's not. It helps you separate your priorities from distractions so you can move forward with a clear sense of purpose. This clarity can extend beyond just your personal life. It can influence how you show up at work, in your relationships, and in your community. When you have written out your intentions, your worries, and your goals, you become more aligned with your vision for the future. The act of writing is not just about recording information, it's about connecting with yourself on a deeper level. It's a practice that allows you to explore your inner world, clarify your thoughts, and express your truth. When you wake up in those quiet hours, take a moment to write it down. Whether you're journaling your thoughts, writing down your goals, or simply reflecting on the day ahead, writing helps you make sense of the chaos, find clarity in confusion, and create the life you want to live. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., There is a unique stillness in the air, a quiet that the world offers you before the noise of the day takes over. This moment is precious because it provides you with an opportunity to reflect, center yourself, and most importantly, plan your next move. While many people are still asleep, you have the chance to take deliberate, focused action that can set the tone for the rest of your day and even your future. The power of planning your next move during these quiet hours cannot be overstated. It's a moment to align yourself with purpose, direction, and intentionality. Planning is not just about listing out what needs to be done or ticking off items on a to-do list. It's a deeper process of envisioning where you want to go, how you want to get there, and why it matters to you. Early in the morning, you have the clarity to think through your goals with a sense of focus that isn't clouded by the usual distractions. You can evaluate your current situation, reassess your priorities, and identify the steps you need to take to move forward. This is the time to think beyond the immediate tasks at hand and consider the bigger picture. To begin, assess where you are. How are you feeling? What challenges are you facing? What victories have you recently achieved? When you wake up in the early hours, your mind is still clear from sleep. And this is a time to be honest with yourself. Take a moment to reflect on what's been working in your life and what needs improvement. Sometimes we get so caught up in the hustle of daily life that we forget to step back and assess our progress. Waking up early gives you the space to do this without feeling rushed or overwhelmed. Next, think about where you want to go. What do you want to achieve in the short term and long term? It's important to define your goals with clarity. This is the moment to set both small and big objectives for yourself. Maybe it's a career goal, a personal goal, or a goal related to your health or relationships. Whatever it is, be specific. The more detailed you are about your goals, the easier it becomes to break them down into actionable steps. For instance, if your goal is to improve your fitness, don't just write down "get healthier." Instead, write down specific actions such as work out for 30 minutes every day or meal prep on Sundays. Once you have your goals in place, it's time to plan your next move. This step involves breaking your goals down into smaller, more manageable actions that you can take right away. Planning isn't just about big, abstract dreams. It's about outlining the practical steps that will get you closer to those dreams. For example, if you want to write a book, plan your first step. Perhaps it's dedicating 15 minutes every morning to writing. If you're working on building a new skill, figure out how much time you can commit each day to practice or learning. Planning your next move is about creating a clear and realistic roadmap that takes into account the time, energy, and resources you have at your disposal. The key to planning your next move is consistency. It's not about making one grand gesture or taking a giant leap forward. It's about setting yourself up for sustained, incremental progress. As you plan your next steps, keep in mind that success doesn't happen overnight. It's the daily actions, the consistent effort, and the small wins that accumulate over time. You don't have to have everything figured out right now, but by planning one step at a time, you create a foundation of momentum that propels you forward. During these quiet hours, it's important to be mindful of any internal obstacles that might be holding you back. Fear, self-doubt, and uncertainty are natural parts of the journey, but they don't have to define your path. Use this time to address those fears head-on. What is holding you back from moving forward? Are there limiting beliefs you need to confront and release? By planning your next move, you not only chart a course toward your goals, but you also begin to dismantle the mental barriers that keep you from achieving them. Make your plan flexible. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go as planned. However, planning your next move early in the morning doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a set path. It's about creating a plan with enough flexibility to adjust when needed. If something changes or an opportunity arises, being flexible with your plan allows you to stay on track without feeling derailed. And finally, don't feel intimidated by the vagueness, for I have found that when the mind is unfixed beyond constant judgment, A constructed motivation allows you to stay ready. Planning your next move in the early hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is a powerful way to start your day with clarity, purpose, and focus. It allows you to take control of your actions and set yourself up for success. This quiet time gives you a moment to reflect, define your goals, and break them down into actionable steps. When you plan with intention, you don't just react to life, you actively create the life you want. By planning your next move early, you set the tone for a day of productivity, growth, and progress. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the world is still and your mind is uncluttered. It's an opportunity to connect with the present moment, to truly be where you are, and to let go of the worries about the future or the regrets of the past. In these early hours, the idea of believing in the moment becomes essential because it allows you to fully embrace your reality, regardless of what it may look like. You may be facing challenges, you may have fears, or you may have doubts, but the one thing that can anchor you in this time of stillness is your ability to believe in the power of the moment itself. Believing in the moment is not about ignoring your goals or responsibilities. It's about letting go of the constant urge to rush ahead, to achieve, to do. It's about accepting that the present moment, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, is all that you truly have. In these quiet hours, you can make the decision to step away from the noise and distractions of life and focus solely on the now. You can take a breath and trust that by believing in the moment, you are creating the foundation for everything that will come next. To believe in the moment means to stop waiting for the right moment to act or make changes. So often, we fall into the trap of thinking that we need to wait for some ideal set of circumstances to take the next step in our lives. We tell ourselves that we'll start that project, change that habit, or take that leap when things align perfectly. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. If the present is the only time you have, and that is the moment that holds the potential for growth and change. By believing in the moment, you begin to realize that now is as good a time as any to take action, to start moving toward your goals, and to trust that the steps you take today will set the course for tomorrow. In these early hours, believing in the moment also means accepting where you are right now. It's easy to be hard on ourselves, to feel like we're not doing enough or that we haven't achieved all we want to achieve. But in the stillness of the morning, you have the space to release these judgments. You can remind yourself that you are enough in this moment. Believing in the moment means showing yourself grace, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, even if it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Every moment is a part of your journey, and each one holds value. You don't need to rush or compare yourself to others. What matters is your ability to embrace the now, to honor where you are, and to move forward from a place of acceptance. Believing in the moment also involves mindfulness. It's about being present with your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. When you wake up early, the silence around you provides the perfect opportunity to practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your breath, the sounds in your environment, and the sensations in your body. Simply being aware of your surroundings without rushing to fill the moment. This mindfulness doesn't require a complex practice or meditation technique. It simply requires that you give yourself permission to be fully present. In these quiet hours, there is power in stillness. Many times we believe that success, progress, and fulfillment come from constant action and doing. But the truth is, believing in the moment often requires stillness. In the stillness, you allow yourself to process, reflect, and gain clarity. This time offers you an opportunity to listen to your inner voice, to understand your true desires, and to discover what truly matters to you. The stillness holds wisdom that is often drowned out by the noise of our busy lives. By choosing to believe in the moment, you honor this quiet space, knowing that it's in these pauses that the most profound insights can emerge. Believing in the moment also involves letting go of the need to control everything. Life is unpredictable, and we can't always plan for what comes next. By believing in the moment, you surrender the need to have all the answers and embrace the flow of life. You learn to trust that the present moment is enough. You don't need to figure it all out right now. Sometimes just being present and trusting that things will unfold as they are meant to is the most powerful act of all. Scripture. While you hear my voice and do my word, when you believe in the moment, you create a life that is centered, intentional, and grounded. You let go of the pressure to be somewhere other than where you are. You release the anxiety of what might come and focus on what is happening now. In these early hours, you have the opportunity to reset, to realign, and to recalibrate. You allow yourself to fully experience the present, knowing that in doing so, you are paving the way for everything that comes next. By believing in the moment, you create a foundation of peace, clarity, and trust that will carry you through whatever comes your way.